Has God called you to serve as the writer's inkhorn? In this video, I'll be sharing with you 3 major obstacles that Scribal Watchmen Prophets have to overcome in order to be effective in their position as God's chosen inkhorn. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Deborah, founder of the Writers Inkhorn International and author of the Scribal Watchmen. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 major obstacles that Scribal Watchmen Prophets face. And I'll be giving you some answers or some solutions to how you can overcome. The first obstacle is resistance to the message. Scribal Watchmen Prophets often carry messages that confront error, that bring forth a call to repentance, or that releases revelation that stirs up complacency. Their call is to restore order through the written word. This can lead to rejection, isolation, or being labeled as too deep, too intense, or just simply misunderstood. Ezekiel 3 verse 17 says, "Son of man, I have made you a watchman. So hear the word I speak and give them warning from me." Ezekiel 3 verse 7 says, "But the house of Israel will not listen to you because they have not listened to me." And because they don't listen to God, they won't listen to you, but you must give the word anyway. The role of a Scribal Watchman Prophet is a very weighty responsibility, but God has mercy on us all. He uses all forms of communications, be it verbal or written. To overcome, stay rooted in your assignment, not the approval of men. God told Ezekiel ahead of time that they were not going to listen, that they were going to be a stiff-necked people. And so it is with the modern day Scribal Watchman Prophet. But the truth must be released, and God has chosen you to be the writer's inkhorn. So let obedience be your measure of success, not popularity. Surround yourself with a company of Scribal Watchmen Prophets and like-minded intercessors who can hold you accountable and uplift and encourage you when you are down. Number 2, there's the burden of intercession and revelation. Scribal Watchmen Prophets labor in isolation. They labor in the hidden places where God releases to them through prophetic journaling, through the art of revelatory writing, his messages for those who are in their sphere of influence or to whomever God has called you to be assigned to. Sometimes the messages are very heavy. They can be draining, but they must be released. Habakkuk 1 verse 1 says, "The burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see." Habakkuk 2 verse 1 says, "I will stand upon my watch to see what he would say to me." Scribal Watchmen Prophets or seers. They see off into the distance. They peer into the future so that they can bring forth a revelatory word of correction, of truth, of repentance for those who he or she has been assigned to. To overcome, you must practice prophetic rest and self-care. Establish regular times of refreshing. Journal not just for others, but also for yourself. Seek what God may say to you. Process the weight of your words that were given to you in your prophetic community. You weren't designed to carry these burdens alone. Sometimes there's a waiting period, but God will connect you and instruct you in how to go forth in regards to the weightier word, but always practice self-care. And number 3, and it's the warfare against your voice and your identity. I know there was a time when God had given me a word, and I was posting my messages to other prophetic sites. And in one particular instance, there was someone who did not like a particular word I used. They didn't like the word against. God is against. But before I could do anything, God had already risen up another prophetic voice who defended me, and I didn't have to say anything. I didn't have to respond. God is the one who will be your vindicator. Your assignment as a Scribal Watchman Prophet is to release the word. There are going to be people who are not going to be comfortable with it. They're going to be saying, oh, you're causing fear. But no, it's a call for repentance. It's a call for correction. It's a call to get people back on the path that God has assigned for them. The enemy loves to target your confidence. He loves to cause you to question your identity and the clarity of your call. This is so that you would delay releasing what God has given you. Allow God to confirm your words. Your job is to release it, and don't worry about what others are saying. The enemy wants you to abandon your scribal assignment. There was a time in my life when I started blogging. And when I first started blogging, I didn't know I had a competitor. She would come to my site and literally lift the words verbatim off my page. Plagiarism to the hilt. But I'm standing still, and I'm still here to this day. God will be your defender. God will vindicate you. You don't have to worry. As a result of that, for years, I pulled back because I didn't need someone that was going to release the word that God had not given them to their spirit, because they were too lazy to get in God's face. They were too lazy to do the labor that God had called them to do. This person was a beautiful person, gifted in every way, but so lame and so lazy in their assignment. Don't be lazy. If God doesn't give you a word, you don't speak it. Wait for the Lord. He will release what he wants you to release in his time. I don't give prophetic words every day because God didn't assign me and build me up like that. There are times when God will give me a word, and once I release it, I don't do anything else until he speaks to me again. God is my commander in chief. I don't move by the pressures of mankind. You have to wait on God. When you wait on God, it is more powerful. He will confirm it. Don't allow perfectionism, procrastination, or the fear of man to stop you from your assignment. If you're unsure of what to do, make sure you document it. Hold on to it and seek God for what you're to do next. In Jeremiah 1 verse 5, it says, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. God is the one who appoints the watchman, not man. I know there's a lot of people out here these days that are saying, be a watchman. God said, watch and pray. But he didn't say be a watchman. God will call the watchman. God will call them. And there's a generation rising up right now that has a pen in their hand, that God is calling them up to be Scribal Watchmen Prophets. They're going forth in the nation, and there's going to be a powerful force of individuals in this army, this Scribal army, who have Scribal voices that are going to go forth into the earth in this hour. So how do you overcome when the enemy comes against your voice and your identity? Anchor yourself in God's calling, not in your performance. Declare the word of the Lord over yourself daily. Meditate on his word. Saturate yourself in his presence. Build up your faith. Activate your scribal voice by writing and speaking every day, even when it feels uncomfortable. And use prophetic journaling or the art of revelatory journaling to confront the lies with truth. So until next time, my scribal friends, keep writing, keep trusting in God. You got this. Shalom.